I'm so excited for this.
This came out of nowhere. First of all, I was thinking, is this going to be by the same people who did the Halloween stuff last year? You know,
No, it's not.
Because it's weird. I know it's not, but it's weird.
Oh yeah,
it
does.
Feels
Yeah,
that like this year's one of those, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
It
looks like a lot of Terminator 2 stuff. It's called the scenes, and it's made by BitMap Bureau, and they're the people who made Xeno Crisis.
Yeah,
which is like a Smash TV type game.
They've got a collection out on Switch. God, Switch again. But with the 3 games they've made, I really want to get it. I want to pick that up at some point.
They are very good games.
Yeah, and look at this.
The thing is, as well, it's going to be super interesting in this. I was trying to get more information into it. Is that because the engine they're using, I don't know if you watched the making video as well.
Made it.
So basically, their engine they use, they can port it to practically anything. So even though we're getting it on the Switch, PlayStation, Steam, and all that lot, it could come out on the Game Boy Advance. It could come out on the Mega Drive or something like that. Which
he's done that before, haven't he?
It?
With the Xeno Crisis. Did I get a Mega Drive release? I think it did.
Yep, I've got the Mega Drive one.
Oh, nice.
Andy's got the N64 release. I've got the GameCube release. He's also got a Game Boy. It's a Game Boy Advance version as well. Their mission originally was to get Xeno Crisis on absolutely every system possible. It's on Neo Geo and
Do you make it like a D-make or something? Put it on Game Boy. That'd be quite cool to see what they do with that.
all sorts of sort of stuff they're doing with it, and it's a British company as well.
It's mad that they got the rights for Terminator. I mean, it's one of those games, one of those titles that like. God, it's perfect for us. That's what I'm thinking. It's perfect. I don't really want another 3D game with Terminators in because there's been a bunch of them and some people like them, and I've just never really. It's never really been my thing.
Yeah, they don't resonate enough, do they?
No.
Well, in this one, it's quite good. You know when you see Sarah Connor going through the hospital and it's all 2D there? That's kind of traipsed back to the Commodore 64 Terminator 2 game, which is like difficult. Like you got a bit where you're on the motorbike, top down view, and you're trying to get past a truck. You got her with the baton trying to get through the hospital, and then you got all these and all them sort of bits are in that game. But it's a ridiculously hard game and very limited.
I think they've took a lot of influence from like I mean it's got a kind of Probotector. I keep saying Probotector even though everyone overseas
Contra,
Contra, but I think it's got a Probotector, especially here.
The
kind
bit
of feels with the big bosses and that. It's got a feel of the Mega Drive. Oh look, I continue yes and no with the form.
That gives me. I'm not gonna like seeing that bit too much.
If you say yes though, does this phone come up like and he gets taken out again or
maybe if you say no, he just waves as he's hanging.
He waves, all right, that's the way you have to kill him. But I also reminisce of the Mega Drive one. That's what I was thinking as well. I was watching it. You know the way where you go Kyle Reese at the start.
Yeah, and you're throwing grenades at the tanks and stuff.
It's totally that as well.
Yeah. Also, there's one that I don't know the way you play it, but there's the Terminator game on the Mega CD or Sega CD is incredible. Amazing soundtrack. It's all 2D as well. Really good.
Is that the same as? Is the same game as the Mega Drive?
Totally different. No? Completely different game.
And what do you do in that? Are you Carl Reese?
I think you're Carl Reese. You've got the same gun he uses in the first movie, but you're machine gun blasting loads of Terminators and stuff. It's really and the soundtrack is incredible. It's really good.
So in this, it looks like you go Carl Reese, Sarah Connor, and like she's in a kind of hospital outfit, and then she gets all suited and booted later on. She's got like a shotgun and all that stuff, and then it looks like you definitely go the normal Terminator. What's the normal Terminator? Is the T800, is it?
T800 and then the T1000.
T1000. So you won't go to T1000, will you? I guess you won't be fighting him. I wonder if you go John Connor, like the young John Connor.
Well, I guess you will do, because when you're on the moped getting away from him, I reckon there will be a scene with that.
Yeah, there's so many elements to the game, isn't it? Oh, look at that bit. That's bit. That's the end of it, isn't it?
I love that you get to be Arnie battling in the bar naked.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It's so good. You know what? I don't even think I noticed that until now.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, yeah, you do. You're literally naked Arnie. And
the one thing they should do would be quite funny, because I don't know if you know this, but in Terminator, with that scene, he wasn't naked, obviously, but he wasn't just wearing like shorts. He was wearing bright Hawaiian shorts. If you watch a making, they couldn't have found anything more discreet to wear.
Amazing.
But he's literally wearing Hawaii, and that would be quite funny if there was a way to turn him on.
Yeah.
On that fight scene. Also, I think the reason, because I was thinking, how'd they get the Terminator brand? But I think, sadly,
with the music as well.
Like the initial releases, it's got cheaper because it's kind of lost its
diminishing returns, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a way to kind of put the magic back into it by concentrating on the things that we actually liked. You know what I mean? They're not trying to tell a new story, just using a different way of telling the story again. And it's no one wants to play a Terminator game of, what was it called? What's the last one? Dark Fate or something like that?
Yeah, Dark Fate. Oh, Genesis had loads of named ones.
Genesis, and no one wants to play video games of that, but like everyone loves Terminator 1 and 2, and just stick it around that, you know what I mean? It's like, I would love to see this kind of game for the Aliens trilogy or something.
There is one that's kind of like that.
The one on the DS?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know the one. Alien. I can't remember the name of it now.
Is it an official Aliens game? That one? Is it an actual Aliens game? I always thought it wasn't for some reason. But it looked good, but it's like, you can...
It's not this, though. It's not like this.
You know, where you kind of split it up. I want to play through all the Alien trilogy, but in 2D. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Play all 3 movies out.
You never know. If this is obviously going to do very well and you get a lot of notice, this game, if it does really well, maybe the Bitmap Bureau guys, I don't know how it works out, if they might become a bit of a company that gets all the licensed movies into games. Well, what have we got so far? You got Halloween, an Evil Dead, which is kind of the same game, but that you got this. You know, this could bring. This could have a whole slew of other
God,
brands.
I love it. I want to see an Aliens one. I want to see a Predator one. Like, what else is there? You know?
Yeah.
Have we run out? Is that it? The only thing I will say about these games, right, and Halloween ones got like that, and a lot of these other new kind of retro games that come out are like this, where they come out, you play them once, and then you kind of never play them again. Do you know what I mean? There's an element of like, it doesn't have that staying potential as like some of the older games do.
It's weird because like I think I've got a couple of games that I've done the same thing with that, but it's weird though because I go back to Streets of Rage 2, that never changes, but that somehow has replay value even though you're doing the same. But these ones I'll probably get these, play it day one and love it, but then maybe I'll make sure to come back to it, I guess. But it's just, I can see how you could play it and then just be like, oh, that's great,
and then you never touch it again. Because I've had that with like some other games. Maybe that's just me. Like Prison City was a brilliant game I played. I think it was like a couple of years ago now. Really good modern retro game. Very good game. And maybe just need to return back to these. Maybe it's just my issue. But I feel like some of them don't have as much staying power. And maybe they're designed to be like that. A bit like you play for a bit.
But the problem is as well, though, with sport for choice.
Maybe that's what it is.
You put that game down for 2 minutes, you try it something else, and then you're focusing over there.
I was really loving Aber4, which I played last year, Aber4, and I put it down, and I just remembered now that was a game I forgot to get back to. It was like a really good fantasy platforming game I completely forgot about, and it was ace. It was just like, oh yeah, okay. And maybe it's a time thing. But I don't know, there's an element of like, when I look at that game, that's why I was saying at the start, is it this year's Halloween, Evil Dead? It's reminiscent of that. Yeah. It's that kind of style. And I think of like, no one's talking about the Halloween game now. You know, I wish
I still never got around to
I really want to play it at some point. I want to slot it in. It'd be nice to play it around this year, I guess. But I'm just worried that they're all kind of like that, where they kind of like, you play it once and then play it again. But that might be just our issue with time management.
But time management with it and all that lot, and you play it on stream would be always a good focus point on playing.
Exactly, playing on stream would be good actually.